We've asked you before about the 2011 version of your game.
Yeah.
And that you probably will never get back to 100% that. But are there times when you see it and feel it that you're like, oh, I haven't felt that in a while?
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like I'm better. I was reckless back then. I didn't know the game. I mean, just look at my game now than look at my game when I played with the Bulls. It was a reckless game. Now I'm more poised. I'm more under control. Whenever I do go to the basket, I'm smarter. My IQ is a lot higher, and I think I got the complete package now. I can drive. Taking the shots that they're giving me, and I'm shooting the hell out, shooting the ball pretty good right now. So I think I'm a better player, but that's just my opinion.
Older, wiser.
Yeah. It gets greater later. Yeah.
It gets greater later. Yeah. I love it.
This is just something that I want to speak on, not only for myself, but for anybody who's been following D Rose's career in the NBA. I need some of these commentators and media outlets to stop saying vintage D Rose every time he does something good. To be honest with you, I would assume that he would find it disrespectful to say that about him at this point of his career. Now, yes, we all know about the injuries that he sustained and how he battled back to being a valuable player on any roster, which is still the reason why myself, and I believe others, have always had so much respect for him. And he's also a humble dude as well, so it's hard not to root for him, for real. With that being said though, his talent level and production level on the court has always been present, and I personally feel like he's a better basketball player right now than his MVP year self. I know he was more explosive and quote-unquote exciting to watch when he could dunk the ball a lot more, but skill-wise, the growth of D Rose is very satisfying to watch. He slowed the game down for himself, and he's also a better shooter than what he was before. And that's how it's supposed to be when it comes down to the growth of a basketball player, or just even life in general. I would believe it's safe to say that a lot of guys would have folded if you was to put him in D Rose's shoes. I know physically and mentally, it took a lot to get back to having the confidence that he currently has right now. And I've always admired the determination of his life story, which in my eyes makes him a legend in the game. So let's appreciate the D Rose that we have right now in present form, instead of reminiscing about the past self of him. He can still produce great games, and it shouldn't be surprising to anyone neither, because he's been consistent with his play throughout his whole career. So think of him like this before I go. He's just a great player, flourishing in the league, and he still knows how to put on a show and style. But I'm gonna catch y'all later though. Be smooth, coach. Peace.
I would say because I went through so many injuries, I had to find out my rhythm into my shot. I put hours into that, just trying to figure out what's my 1-2, what's my hezo, and I'm still trying to put it together. As you can see, right now, I'm left hand dominant and just trying to figure out what's going to be my bounce. And the hardest thing, I wouldn't say anything's hard, man. I'm just very blessed and fortunate to be in this situation. I always live by the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, and I'm always making sure that I'm prepared. So I'm just blessed and fortunate to be here, back here again.